The ancient city where the Apostle Paul faced a furious mob, Ephesus, was also home to one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, and it affirms the biblical record. Stay right there to learn more.
Welcome to Faith Affirming Findings, a podcast dedicated to sharing with you
the incredible discoveries from the field of biblical archaeology.
These findings will strengthen your faith, affirm the historicity of Scripture, and provide you with unique insights into the culture and background of the Bible.
Now, here is your host, Associate Professor of Bible Exposition at Dallas Theological Seminary,
Dr. Paul Weaver.
Today I'm recording from the campus of Dallas Theological Seminary, and we are making a journey to the ancient city of Ephesus, a place deeply tied to the ministry of the Apostle Paul and to the occultic devotion of one of the most venerated goddesses in the ancient world, Artemis. Unlike many biblical cities that lay hidden for centuries, Ephesus was never completely lost. Its ruins are positioned just 2 miles from modern-day Selçuk, Turkey. For generations, pilgrims have traveled there to visit the traditional burial site of the Apostle John, and some believe the final home of Mary, the mother of Jesus. But while the city itself was always known, the location of one particular structure remained mysterious for centuries: the Temple of Artemis. In 1863, the British archaeologist John T. Wood embarked on a mission to find this legendary temple. Wood knew from the writers of antiquity that the temple existed. Strabo, Livy, Pausanias, they all spoke of its splendor, but their descriptions of its precise whereabouts were frustratingly vague. On May 2nd, 1869, exactly 6 years after he began his excavations, John Wood made a breakthrough discovery. He uncovered a massive wall that once enclosed the sacred grounds of the Temple of Artemis. Reflecting on this pivotal moment, Wood later recorded these words: "The day on which this wall with the inscriptions was found terminated the long period of 6 years of great anxiety and misgiving, and of almost hopeless endeavor, and the discovery now made compensated for all." Wood continued his excavations in Ephesus until March 25, 1874. Then, beginning in 1895, the Austrian Archaeological Institute took up the work and has been conducting regular excavations ever since. As a result, Ephesus is now considered the most extensively excavated archaeological site in all of Turkey. So why does all of this matter to us today? Because the book of Acts records Paul's ministry in Ephesus in detail, and the archaeological record, it backs up Luke's account at every turn. Ephesus was massive, home to between 200 and 250,000 people, according to Strabo. It was the largest city in Asia Minor and major commercial hub. And its crown jewel? The Temple of Artemis. Herodotus tells us she was considered the protector of the city. Coins have been found depicting Artemis and the temple on them. The temple itself would have been stunning. Pliny the Elder, who lived during the time of Paul, said it had 127 columns, each 60 feet tall. The Temple of Artemis was massive, 425 feet long and 220 feet wide. It dominated the Ephesian landscape, and with it, the spiritual life of the city. So when the Apostle Paul proclaimed the gospel, a message that threatened the idol industry, it rocked the city to its core. Demetrius, a silversmith who made shrines of Artemis, saw his prophets disappearing and stirred up a riot. Thousands flooded the great theater of Ephesus, shouting for 2 hours, "Great is Artemis of the Ephesians." Today, you can walk the same streets Paul did. You can sit in that very theater. You can even visit the site where the temple once stood. But here's the stunning contrast. All that remains of that once magnificent temple is a single crumbling column. In sharp contrast, the truth of the scripture remains fully intact, unshaken, unchanged, and enduring through the ages. The specific details Luke recorded aren't myths or legends, they are facts. much of which are verified by the archaeology and surviving ancient writings. And they point to a powerful truth. The Bible is grounded in history, and the history affirms the Bible. If this video strengthened your faith in the historicity and reliability of the Scriptures, I'd encourage you to like this video and subscribe to this channel and share it with someone who would benefit from it as well. Also, keep your eyes out for my upcoming book by the same name as this video series, Faith Affirming Findings. It will become available in early 2026. If you purchase your own copy of the book, you will be granted access to these 50 videos and 50 PowerPoints that can be used in your classes, churches, Bible studies, and more. I trust and hope and pray that they can help you to encourage those to whom you minister, that the Bible is indeed historically reliable and worthy of their careful study. I'm Paul Weaver, and this has been your Faith Affirming Finding of the Week.
Faith Affirming Findings podcast is a listener-supported podcast devoted to affirming your faith in the reliability of Scripture and illuminating your understanding of Scripture.
If you would like to help sponsor the Faith Affirming Finding podcast,
You can make a tax-deductible donation of any amount, large or small,
at faithaffirmingfindings.com. That's faithaffirmingfindings.com and click on the Give tab.
We hope you'll join us again next week for another exciting Faith Affirming Finding.